There's so much walking. So I had this like cheap Razor scooter, like a $20 Walmart scooter.
I remember actually at first I didn't like you. He comes on in his fucking little scooter and rolling around.
And Josh, he goes, millennials.
Here we go. I'll give it a shot. Fuck, if I break my elbow, I don't care. I'm working out with Brent Fikowski right now, you know?
I got 2 elbows.
I got two elbows.
GHD pace what, like 30 GHD a minute-ish?
Yeah, it's about right.
That's about right. And then bike pace is usually going to be what, like, 20 cal a minute? I guess depending on
average, yeah. We're at altitude, so you'll probably go faster than you think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the air is thinner, so that turns over easier.
One guy will echo, one guy will GHD, and we'll kind of time it. And then we'll go over here, and we'll just have a set number of deadlifts that have to get done.
Okay.
And while one person, you're only allowed to switch after you've done a rope climb.
Oh, okay. So just one?
Maybe 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, 2.
I mean, it's only 12 feet.
Yeah.
So.
I won't jump. I'll just.
I would say, you don't jump.
I won't jump. Yeah. No, I'll just.
If you jump, you do the old Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, so how many deadlifts do you think?
We'll do 10s?
Yeah, like.
They're not, 115s isn't back. It's literally only 230. If you think about it, it's only 230 pounds, and it's in a trap form,
right?
Like a trap bar form, so it's not that bad. You just have to go a little deeper, yeah. And only one head touch, yep, always.
10's gonna be tough. I can do it.
You can do it. You can do it, Johnny.
14.
Got it.
You can do this.
I like it.
So yeah, the circles. Do you have a different colored chalk?
No, it's all right. It's okay. I'll understand it.
Yeah.
Once we're moving.
It would just.
Hey, I'm not one of those dummies that like we explain it and then like in mid workout you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Here we go. Look at these fucking seats get there. Fucking giraffe over here, riding his fucking bike next to me. I love it. I go high, like I'm like on the floor, like tippy toes.
Do you remember? I feel so bad about this. There was some behind the scenes or something. I said I'm so proud of you.
When you finished this workout and you were walking off, Fikowski was like, "Oh, I'm proud of you."
Great job, great. I'm proud of you, man. It's really good.
He's a good dude, man. That's the kind of shit like Dave tries to pull. Right. Oh, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Like, who the fuck are you to be proud of? You're not my daddy.
No, it was funny. It's all right. Me and Brent, we're getting along here. I like Brent.
You mean as opposed to when you were fighting at the games?
We were never fighting.
Oh.
I don't know if he liked me at the games. I was getting a lot of shit at the games, so he didn't seem to. He kind of steered away from me. It seemed like. So I don't know if he, just didn't like that or what, or didn't get my sense of humor maybe because we don't know each other that well. So, but no, we're good.
What'd you do this in training?
It's the exact same time.
I went like 20 seconds faster.
Okay.
You're okay with that I'm proud of you comment? Are you gonna give it back to him?
I will. Of course I will. Hey man, I'm proud of you.
Last year, if that workout came out, I would have been in trouble.
Right.
So, whatever.
Hey man, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I was kind of forced. In the moment, I was like, thanks, Brent, And then someone else told me, they're like, you fucking let Brent say he's proud of you like he's your dad? And so then I said it to you, I think like a workout or two later the next day. I think it's Saban. Saban was like, you fucking let Brent tell you he's proud of you like he's your dad. And I was like, yeah, you're fucking right. Got me all fired up.
Poor choice of words. I remember that weekend like talking to someone and being like, man, I was just like, Bridges still got it. Like that was I'm like impressed. Just the word proud came up.
That was at the Super Regional or whatever you want to call it. But there was like 12 fucking Games veterans at our event and only 5 of them were going. I'm like, no matter what, 7 dudes who've been to the CrossFit Games is not going to make it this year.
I was halfway through the weekend. I'm like, man, Josh is like, it's like killing it right now. And that chipper, like you did, I think that's what it was. I'm like, man, I couldn't believe how well you did on that chipper with the step overs.
70-pound dumbbells on a 24-inch box at 50 reps. And I practiced it with like 90-pound dumbbells because it was like the only way, because I remember the first time I went to do it, I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this workout. Like, and the chippers were like, you were obviously a phenomenal at chippers. Like it was like Brent and chippers went together like fucking peanut butter and jelly, but I love chippers as well. The chipper workouts are one of my favorites and I'm fucking going to get hammered on this goddamn thing. Like, and I remember doing that workout with fucking 80 or 90 pound dumbbells just to make the 70s feel light. And I had to really figure out like a momentum with the dumbbell. Brent's over here like, like popping up and over. And I'm like, all right, fucking momentum swing and jump. Like turns, momentum swing and jump. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean, dude, I was like running over that box to get over it, so like nothing touched it. Yeah, that was a fucking nasty one, man. That one. And then you went after the box jump or box step overs, you went into a lunge. Yes, one on the shoulder, one overhead. I was like, oh my god, this is a fucking gnarly. And the bike was in this, the assault bike. Man, that chipper was one. I loved it because it was just so nasty.
There's few workouts where you can take big rests and get a good score. Yeah. One of the ones that stuck out for me was 2021 games, 10 down to 1 thruster wall walk. I got third in that, and I felt like I spent half the workout just
that workout.
Like doing that for half the work. So usually it's like pace and you're like on it.
Holding that good pace. Was it 16s chipper where it was like the 50 cal row, 50 box step overs, 50 deadlifts? Was that 14? Oh, fuck yeah. That was like, I remember I got to like 40 calories on the backside. And I think you and one other person were the only 2 people that finished it. And I was like, I wanted to finish it so fucking bad. But yeah, that fucking row, I was like 10 calories short.
We don't do chippers like that anymore. Like the 100s, the 50s. You know, it's like the longer workouts now are like, 4 rounds for time, long run, bunch of this. Whereas, it used to be, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, it's just a thing. It's like it used to be, 100 pull-ups.
Mile true form run, 100 GHDs,
That was the kitchen sink.
100 jump rope. Dude, yeah, it was so strange.
Strangest workout. That was that, like we called that the kitchen sink workout. I remember that. Like, oh, we're doing sumo deadlift high pulls again. And we're doing GHDs, and we're doing a pointless 100 double unders in the middle that have no bearing. But if you do 100 of 5 movements for time, it's gonna suck. So it's just gonna suck. All right, we're gonna work out. We've been talking for 15 minutes. Right as soon as he started the clock and turned on the tunes.
Heart rate is solidly now back down to 40 again. 10 seconds.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. There's not a winner. Come on, bitch.
let's do 30, 25. That's all right. No, it's good. A
little ambitious.
little ambitious. Never hurt no one.
That hurt so much more than I thought I was going to.
I'm going to be sore tomorrow from those bad boys.
Yeah, 5 rounds down.
Yeah, 125 GCs. It's a lot for someone that hasn't been doing as many in the last 2 weeks.
Deadlifts suck. Really bad. Really bad.
It was the right combo with the legless, but the legless was the only break.
And I was like trying to take my time too on them. And I'm like, God damn, Brent's already done. I hear that thing go down. Just like trying to push each other.
Well, yeah, like it felt like you were baiting me on the rope climbs. You're like, well, Brent's going to pick up the dumbbells. I got to get going. I'm like, no, I'm going because of you.
Yeah. That's the thing about partner workers. Like, they're just like mini sprints, you know, inside of the workout. That's why I like them sometimes. But again, you're right. You're like, there's no pacing to it because you have someone else. And there's that little competitor inside you saying, hey, look at where he's at. He doesn't look tired at all. He looks great.
Yeah, that's what I was
He looks great.
I figured, oh, geez, Josh is taking no breaks. And then in my mind, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
Josh had the easy combo.
Yeah.
Way easier to go
way
from
easier.
whatever. GHD to rope climb, that's a break.
That is quintessential CrossFitter inside you. Like, oh, their route is so much easier than my route. I'm taking the path that's hardest right now. Oh my God, dude. I
They have
thought,
the better pull-up bar.
I actually, yes. Their pull-up bar probably fucking sticky as shit. Probably looks like your hands got glue on them. Oh my God, dude. Oh, his Echo Bike's turning over faster than mine, for sure. His monitor is moving faster than mine.
So Brent, what's up next for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm heading to, I got a few other stops on this road trip. Gonna go see Jacob Hepner, saw Rep Fitness. I'm gonna go check out World Fitness Project, just see what that's about, and meet up with some friends there, and then go north, see some friends in Canada. Should be fun. Like for you, I know I've heard it before, but like what was the reason for you to decide, you know what, 2018, I'm good?
I technically have never retired.
Right.
Just to be clear.
That's correct.
Just to be clear, I've never
I
actually.
respect the hell out of that,
Yeah.
by the way.
Just to be technically clear, I've never fucking officially retired. And for me, I knew though when I walked off the floor at 18 that was probably my last time being on that floor. And there was just something inside of me telling me like that was probably it. I also knew that I had 2 surgeries that were coming up that year. And I was like, I'm gonna push it after the surgery to see if the surgery can help. Because I remember going into that year, I almost dropped out numerous times after regionals. Like, to be honest, into regionals, I felt so fucking good. And then after regionals, like all of a sudden I had this awful pain in my knee that I couldn't run, I couldn't lift. I put a lot of holes in my walls in that garage, that training leading up to the games. And I mean, I don't know how many times I fucking went and almost called Dave or somebody and said I was withdrawing. And I think that though, going into that games, I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed being on the floor. I felt like I took it in more. I didn't beat myself up knowing that I probably could have done better than I should have if my knee wasn't injured. And I didn't tell many people that my knee was hurting. I think I told a lot of the competitors, but I don't think a lot of the outside world knew that my knee was, I was pretty much out there with one leg. And and even though they just thought I was sucking that year, which is fine. But it was just like, I don't know, I think I accepted it and kind of realized like that was it for me. I also knew that even if I was 100%, I didn't think I was capable of winning the games anymore. And I think that for me, that was like, okay, it's time to hang it up. Because every other year leading into that, like I truly believed I could win the games. And so knowing that I just wasn't there anymore and that when you fucking did really good on a workout and you came in like 15th, you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I remember me and Ben Smith looked at each other and I'm like, dude, what is happening right now? Like, I felt so good on that, in that competition or in that event, and I took 15th because the dudes were just getting so much better. And so for me, it was just like, I'm not here to participate. I'm no longer a fighting, like I wasn't like a viable person trying to win the CrossFit Games. And so for me, it was just like, yeah, all right, I think it's time to move on and, show some more effort into my kids, figure out what's next kind of thing. And it just felt right for me. I guess that's the only real right. It was like, yep. And, I got to walk away, on my own terms in a sense, which was nice. Not being like, hey, you just can't make it anymore.
I mean, especially like that regionals, you were so good. And, obviously the games, yeah, no, you were. Like, I remember after day 2, I'm like, what's going on? I remember going into Linda and kind of saying something like, it was either right before, I think it was right before the workout, 2 hours. Oh, Linda would probably be pretty good for you. Hey, Josh, if it wasn't for the bench. And you're like, yeah, I used to do Linda, but I do 225 bench. I was like, oh boy. Because that was like my worst workout of the weekend. I knew that. So I wasn't gaming it. I'm like, hey, I'm fighting for 15th in this. And so it just kind of, I was more talkative before that workout. And then hearing you like, oh no, this is good for old Joshy boy. I'm like, oh shoot, we're in trouble here. And yeah, for me, like retiring last year, it was really, I mean, we spoke about this at Rogue. And it was, a lot of it was this feeling, I was kind of feeling like I was being pulled with my passion towards the PFA and just the sport in general. And that, like a lot of days, my wife can attest, like, it was like, I gotta go train. And I'd go train. And then I was like working on this. I was having phone calls. I'm like researching stuff and reading books, like just trying to network and learn more from other athlete associations. And I'm just like, this is what I want to do next. And even though it was kind of hard because I still felt like I was really fit. I was really good. And I knew I was like, if I keep putting in this time, I could have another good year, another 2 years. But I got to meet this guy named Joshua Medcalf, who's like a famous writer, public speaker guy. Chop would carry water. Yeah. And we were, I was already flirting with this idea a lot. And I met him after SoCal. And what did he say? He said something like, it was something along the lines, or, him and I were talking and throwing tennis ball around kind of thing. And I just realized, I was like, I don't care if I get one more.
You went out at the top of the game. Rogue, fucking the CrossFit Games this year. You left. It was, yeah. I mean, it was so much fun to watch, man. It really was. It was so cool. And it was and the fact that you stepped away at this point is, I don't know, man, it's just impressive because I don't know if I would have been able to step away, still feeling where you're probably feeling, in that your capabilities, I guess.
Sometimes I think of things from this regret mindset where I was like, would I regret? So for example, I'm like, would you regret retiring, calling it quits, doing your best to try to make something of the PFA, make the sport better, make it better for Dallin, Justin, those guys, see if you can do something to add value when really I've been taking a lot. And try that, maybe fail. And then go, I could have won one more medal. Or would you regret it the other way around if you just kept training, kept competing, maybe won some medals, maybe didn't, whatever, did your best, did well, and then see the sport, go wherever it went without you, and maybe I'm thinking, maybe I could have had a bigger impact there. Maybe I could have done more. And that was always pulling me the last 4.5 years with the PFA, figuring that out. And I think we've set a good groundwork. There's so much more work to do. I'm more aware of that than anyone. I know where it needs to go. I could talk your ear off about that someday. And yeah, it was that. I was like, I just don't care anymore as much about the competition. I know I could do it. I know it would be hard. Training's always hard, but even the year and a half before that, there were just times where I'm just not enjoying this as much. It felt like I was just I was able to roll through the motions in competition and get good results, but it just sometimes felt hollow. And I'm well, kind of punch in, punch out a little bit. And then even with Lazar drowning, losing a friend, I'm what am I doing? Why do I care about winning something?
And I think to your point, man, I think that I respect it. And it was such a cool to watch you because I felt like when you competed, it felt like me just on the opposite end of it. You brought up the averages on everything. I brought down the averages on everything, right? So it was like we talked about earlier, right? Everything you were really good at, I was really bad at, and everything I was probably really good at, you were probably really bad at. Not really bad at, but we have that body types that are just polar opposite. And but the way that you came out and competed always, and you were always, what was impressive to me, because so many people can try to like, I don't know, maybe not pretend, or be fake, but like just try to fit in and be a part of something, where you fucking came in always. And I'm not just over here trying to like, you know, butter you up, right? Like, you know, I like you, but I always respected that you were always you. And it was like, I remember actually at first I didn't like you. I remember being like, God, this guy's so fucking like, I don't know, just like, he comes on in his fucking little scooter and rolling around and just like, I'm like, fuck this guy. I remember like thinking that, man. And then like afterwards, when you really like start to look at it, you're like, no, he's just fucking being him. And that's fucking, like, that's awesome, because he's not trying to fit in. He's coming here to do a fucking job, win, crush people, which you were fucking really good at. We have the third most event wins at the CrossFit Games for men. We're tied.
Oh, we're tied. That's right. Yeah.
So I can appreciate that you stepped out and leaving us both on the podium still for event wins. And but no, man, it was always so fucking cool to watch you go out there and do your thing, because you knew it, man. You saw like like how methodical you were. Like you would never start out this fucking crazy pace. You'd come out slow, and then all of a sudden, who the fuck's in the lead? Brent is, you know. And it was really fun and cool to watch. And it's a bummer not to get to see you out there anymore, especially knowing that like your capabilities still. But I agree with you, man. I think that there's more to life than going out and trying to be the fittest person on earth and doing that kind of stuff. And there's so much more to give. And I'm excited to watch what you do and go and whatever you do next. So really cool.
I remember getting to chat with you, even like the 16 games, like on the plane. I was probably annoying as hell. Yeah, the scooter. So I had a scooter because I knew there was so much walking at the 17 or 18 games. Like, there's so much walking. So I had this like cheap Razor scooter, like a $20 Walmart scooter. And Josh, he goes, millennials. And it's funny, even like the way that, with your injury and stuff, like I've had injuries. And I've just tried, and I've always tried to like not, you see it in like powerlifting too and stuff. It's just like not quite the meat I wanted. And then just this whole diatribe on why it didn't go your way. And, like you could always make that list, but it's not fair when I'm like, well, yeah, what do you think the people ahead of me were doing? Probably worse. Probably had worse situations. The stuff you hear from Matt Frazier now, you're like, oh my gosh, like how didn't I beat you? Right. And so I always like respected that about you and tried to like model that after seeing how you did that. Cause I think there were times when I wanted to do the opposite, and probably sometimes you could have made more money because that whole like, oh, he's coming back. And you're like, wait a second, like why am I doing this? Yeah. Is it for that? Is it so people like understand why I didn't have a good games in name a year, or why I didn't do well in that specific event because in the months leading up I couldn't do X, Y, Z? Right. Or you're just like, you know what, like they're there to watch and soak it in and make their own assumptions, right?
For me, it was always like, this has been, I just wanted to give back, right? Like this community gave me so much, this thing, right? CrossFit in general, man, gave me so much. And stepping away from me, like to be honest, I didn't know if I was retiring or not. I kind of had an idea, but in my head, I'm like, fuck it, man. Maybe I'll leave the door open just in case. Today was a lot of fun. And I always wanted to, like I said, I always wanted to train because I knew you were as methodical, if not, more methodical than even I was. And I knew that I fucking put a lot of effort into it and a lot of things that, like you said, people didn't see. But, I knew that I'm like, man, I want to fucking know the little shit that he's doing. That's like the baby I'm missing on certain things.
I tried to pick Frazier's brain as soon as he retired, and he's like, "Oh, just sign up for HWPO." And I'm like, come on, man. Like we know, like there's gonna be something in there, but it's not the reps on the page. It's the implementation and the why behind it, right? It's like it's one thing to see a weightlifting EMOM. And it's nothing, well, why did you do that? Like, what was the meaning behind that? What was the intention? And then you can extract that and mold it to what you're trying to accomplish.
I remember even like talking to you at regionals and stuff, and we would talk about, like even interval stuff that we would do. And you'd be like, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do fucking, 5 20 cal sprints on the Echo bike, but I'm resting 90 seconds. You're like, you're only resting 90 seconds? And like, and I'm thinking in my head, like, yeah, I'm also probably going like 45 seconds on my 20 cal sprints, you know, or you're like, probably, I'm getting like 17s and 16 seconds. And you were like, I rest like 3 minutes. I'm like, oh, fuck, maybe I should adjust mine to like 3 minutes. Yeah. Little things, there's just weird shit.
Well, thanks for having me.
The man with you, brother.
Yeah.
As some might say.
Somewhat, like, let's just say, if someone were to say.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Mr. The Professor, Brent Fikowski, go check him out. Did we give your Instagram in case? I'm sure they know it. If not, type his fucking name in, Brent Fikowski. Doing cool shit out there. New dad, about to be a second dad. I mean, that dad strength is going to kick in, dude. You're about to get really strong. Mine took 14 years of being a dad. And, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was really fun. Great. I don't know how many videos we're going to have to make of this because that was a long day, but we had a blast. And I had a really good time. So like, subscribe to the thing. As always, don't forget to pay the man.